Welcome viewers in Alka's Botany channel. Please like, share and subscribe the channel. Today we are going to learn chloroplast, an important cell organelle, the structure and function of chloroplast in detail. I am Dr. Alka Inamdr in Alka's Botany channel. Plants form the basis of all life on earth and are known as producers. Plant cells contain structures known as plastids which are absent in animal cells. These plastids are double-membraned cell organelles which play a primary role in the manufacturing and storing of food material. The term plastid was first used by Stroma in 1885 and he classified plastids into three categories. First leucoplasts, second chloroplasts and third chromoplasts. Leucoplasts are the colorless plastids and are mainly used for the storage of starch, lipids and proteins within the plant cell. Chloroplasts, they are green colored plastids which comprises green colored pigments within the plant cell and are called as chlorophyll pigment. Chromoplasts are colored plastids other than green, found in all flowers, fruits and are mainly responsible for their distinctive colors. These three plastids are interconversible with each other. In tomato plant, when fruit develops, it shows leucoplasts and that's why the young growing fruit is colorless or somewhat whitish colored. After that, when it starts to develop and it becomes matures, then it shows green colored pigments. That means leucoplasts are converted into chloroplasts. And when that tomato fruit becomes ripened, it shows orange to red colored due to chromoplasts. The word chloroplast comes from Greek words khloros meaning green and plastes means formed. Chloroplasts are found in all green plants and algae. They are the food producers of plants. These are found in the leaves of plants. They contain a high concentration of chlorophyll that traps sunlight and produces energy through photosynthesis. Chloroplast has its own DNA and can reproduce independently from the rest of the cell. They also produce amino acids and lipids required for the production of chloroplast pigments. Thus, chloroplast is an organelle that contains the photosynthetic pigment chlorophyll that captures sunlight and converts it into useful energy, thereby releasing oxygen from water. This is the ultrastructure of chloroplast. The parts of chloroplast such as the inner membrane, outer membrane, intermembrane space, thylakoid membrane, stroma and lamellae. It is oval and biconvex in shape, found within the mesophyll of the plant cell in leaves. The size of the chloroplast usually varies between 4 to 6 μmicrons in diameter and 1 to 3 μmicrons in thickness. They are double membrane organelles with the presence of outer membrane, inner membrane and intermembrane space. There are two distinct regions present inside the chloroplast known as grana and stroma. The chloroplast structure consists of membrane envelope, intermembrane space and thylakoid system. The membrane envelope, it comprises inner and outer membrane which are lipid bilayer membranes, or this is also called unit membrane. The inner membrane separates the stroma from the intermembrane space. The intermembrane space is the space between inner and outer membranes. Thylakoid system is suspended in the stroma. It is a collection of membranous sacs called thylakoids. The green colored pigments called chlorophyll are found in the thylakoid membranes. The thylakoids are arranged in stacks known as grana and each granum contains about 10 to 20 thylakoids. In this figure, these dark green colored are nothing but thylakoid membranes on which chlorophylls are organized. And this faint green colored material is called lumen. The stroma is a colorless, alkaline, aqueous, protein-rich fluid present within the inner membrane of the chloroplast, present surrounding the grana. Grana are the sites of conversion of light energy into chemical energy. Chlorophyll, it is a green photosynthetic pigment that helps in the process of photosynthesis. Thylakoids are the membrane-bound structures embedded in the chloroplast stroma. The stack of thylakoids is called a granum and resembles a stack of coins. They are the site of light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis. Thylakoids consist of thylakoid membrane surrounding the thylakoid lumen. Grana are connected by intergranal or stroma thylakoids which join granum stacks together as a single functional compartment. The thylakoid lumen is a continuous aqueous phase enclosed by the thylakoid membrane. It plays an important role for phosphorylation during photosynthesis. Chloroplasts can have from 10 to 100 grana. Grana are connected by stroma thylakoids, also called intergranal thylakoids or lamellae. Photosystem second is located mostly in the grana thylakoids, whereas photosystem first and ATP synthetase are mostly located in the stroma thylakoids and in the outer layer of grana. The cytochrome B6F complex is distributed evenly throughout thylakoid membranes. Due to the separate location of two photosystems in the thylakoid membrane system, mobile electron carriers are required to shuttle electrons between them. These carriers are Plastoquinon and Plastocyanin. Plastoquinon shuttles electrons from photosystem second to the cytochrome B6F complex, whereas plastocyanin carries electrons from the cytochrome B6F complex to photosystem first. And these are functions of chloroplast. The most important function of chloroplast is to make food by the process of photosynthesis. Absorption of light energy and conversion of light energy into biological energy, chemical energy, and kinetic energy. Production of NADPH2 and evolution of oxygen through the process of photolysis of water. Next one, light reactions takes place on the membrane of the thylakoids. Production of ATP by photophosphorylation. That means in presence of light, energy-rich phosphate bond ATPs are produced. Such process is called photophosphorylation. NADPH2 and ATP are the assimilatory power of photosynthesis. Transfer of carbon dioxide obtained from the air to 5-carbon sugars in the stream during the dark reaction. Chloroplasts, like the mitochondria, use the potential energy of H plus ions or the hydrogen ion gradient to generate energy in the form of ATP. Then, breaking of 6-carbon atom compound into 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid by the utilization of assimilatory power. 6 carbons from 6 carbon dioxide, these are absorbed and there is a production of 2 molecules of phosphoglyceric acid and there is a assimilatory powers are developed. The dark reactions, also known as Kelvin cycle, HSK pathway, CAM pathway, takes place in the stroma of chloroplast. Conversion of phosphoglyceric acid into different sugars and store as a starch. All heterotrophs also depend on plants for their food. In plants, all the cells participate in plant immune response as they lack specialized immune cells. The chloroplast with the nucleus and cell membrane and endoplasmic reticulum are the key organelles of pathogen defense system. And last one important part is chloroplast, a semi-autonomous body. It is called because they have their own DNA and this DNA codes for some proteins used by the chloroplast. Moreover, they can generate their own energy and do not necessarily need the cell nucleus. But their replication is controlled by the cell nucleus. Chloroplasts and mitochondria are the only two organelles having their own DNA, but they are partially dependent on the cell nucleus, so they are considered as a semi-autonomous bodies.